Welcome to Video Game Rental Chaos. Tonight, we're cracking open Robocop vs. Terminator, the 1993 masterpiece where Orion Pictures basically said, screw it, throw both metal dudes in one game and hope children survive the trauma. It's Robocop, it's Terminators, it's explosions every 2 seconds. It's like someone blended an action movie with a panic attack. Let's dive into this beautiful mess. So back in the day, I had a Sega Genesis as a kid, and this is one of those games I totally remember seeing on the rental shelf. But I guess I wasn't a big enough Robocop or Terminator fan back then, because I never rented it. So sitting here playing this for the very first time in 2025, dude, this is actually pretty awesome. Obviously you're playing as Robocop, and this is one of those old school games where you basically need to die about 900 times to figure out what the hell you're doing. I'm just gonna be honest, I made it to level 3, and level 3 kicked my fucking ass. Now listen, this game is not about beating games to 100% completion. No. Video Game Rental Chaos is about how far I can get before the game breaks my spirit. When I'm done, we're done. That's the show. So let's start with level 1. It jumps off fast, and honestly, the key to this game is to simply smash the shoot button like your life depends on it, and kill the absolute hell out of everything that moves. You get to the first boss, and dude, this guy is embarrassingly easy. You blast through him with minimal damage, feel like a badass, and then the game immediately humbles you. Level 2 ramps up a bit. Now, you've got hostages to rescue, but again, if you're just hammering that trigger, you minimize the damage you take. Because these enemies, if you stand in the wrong spot for half a second, they will kill you instantly. It's kind of insane. There's this part where you slide across to the next area. That part is awesome. For an early 90s side-scrolling shooter, that little move is honestly a sick addition. Then you beat your first Terminator. This dude is no joke. You basically have to peel him like a banana. 3 layers of skin and metal before he goes down. And it's a lot of fun, but he definitely hits harder than anything in level 1. Then we get to level 3. My personal Achilles heel. This level hates me, and I hate it back. By this point, I'm hooked on the game. So even when I stop filming, I'm absolutely gonna keep playing it. Maybe we'll revisit it in a future episode. Maybe not. Remember, this show lives and dies by how far I can go right now. And today was not my day. Out of all 3 levels so far, level 3 is easily the hardest. Before I even get to my first continue, I'm getting shredded. The weapons are everything in this game. The first big gun you pick up is the best, but those grenade launcher type guns do a ton of damage too. The problem is, if you're standing too close, they sometimes don't hit, and then the enemy deletes your health bar in 1 second. It's infuriating. As you can see, I burned through about 15 lives on this level. I made it to the boss twice, and trust me, there's 100% a pattern to beating him. I just didn't figure it out in time for today's playthrough. But honestly, Robocop vs. Terminator is awesome. A 1993 Sega Genesis game with this much blood? Come on! You've got Robocop and the Terminator, 2 of the most iconic sci-fi characters ever, and your job is literally to kill the Terminators as Robocop. That's like a little kid's Christmas morning fever dream. I highly recommend picking up this game if you have a Genesis. I'm not even sure this came out on Super Nintendo, and if it did, I assume they cut out all the blood because Nintendo was fucking soft back then. Maybe I should have researched that before filming this video, but hey, this is Video Game Rental Chaos. We show up and roll with whatever the hell happens. And that's gonna wrap up Robocop vs. Terminator. I may have not beaten level 3, but honestly, neither did most kids in 1993, so I'm basically just staying faithful to history. If you need me, I'll be filling out a police report about being violently murdered by 100 Terminators while playing as a cyborg cop who can't jump. Detroit never stood a chance.